but so like I was saying, this is my brother's first year, but he does AV stuff
really?
for his local church. And I asked him, I was like, hey, I know that you do AV stuff at church, but that's a boring old dusty church. Don't you want to come somewhere that's like cool and interesting and not at all dusty?
Yes.
Well, just a little rusty.
Just a little bit rusty. It's okay.
Do you know Tom, that guy that runs the AV? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
He's awesome.
He's great.
I was like, it's going to be a wash. You're just going to go in, Tom's going to show you what to do, and you guys will just pick it up and run with it.
Tom is such a nice guy, and the thing is, he's not a part of the comics world at all, but I'm guessing he knew somebody who was, and he's so enthusiastic about something that really he has no vested interest in.
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's really, I seriously cannot thank him enough for what he does, because we wouldn't be able to really do the presentations, the panels, the workshops as well as we do without him there, helping our volunteers, helping us. Like, oh my God, he's a star.
On all of our calls. He chips in when he feels like he has something he can add. He's always so nice. Like, for a few years we did karaoke. Before
really?
The break. Yeah, it became one of the longtime exhibitors at SPX had passed away, and one of his passions was karaoke. And so a few of his friends thought it would be nice to do a thing, so we put it together. It was on the Friday night as part of like the opening meet and greet.
That's awesome.
And Tom just was like, okay, I'll help you guys set it up.
Yeah, Tom's like, no problem. Screens,
add it to my
AV setup. We're like,
do.
okay.
And he was so nice and helpful, and he would even stay late, like so we could break down with him, and he's the best.
I gotta ask Joe, what was your karaoke song?
Oh, what did I do?
I think we did a couple like duets.
Because it's one thing to be the center of attention in a way you're comfortable. It's another thing to be the center of attention in a way that is new or uncommon for you.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Oh man,
did you and I?
We did a few. We did Good Vibrations.
We did do Good Vibrations by Marky Mark.
We did
that. Was very
and
fun.
that has so many more words to it than you'd think.
Yeah.
Because like the chorus, you're like, I know the chorus. There's so many verses.
It's like, it's about that time, and then it's like, wait, there's like 7 sentences that just popped on the screen.
The same thing happened to us when we did, what do you call it, Snoop Dogg's guy, Nate Dogg and Warren G.
Regulators.
Regulators. We did that, and it's the same thing. You're like, I know this song, and you're like, how long is this song?
Wow, I've never heard these lyrics. Where are these things coming from?
What is it, like 3.5 minutes? How many words?
I've been singing the same 10 seconds over and over.
Yes. I do the first verse, I'm crushing it. I know the chorus every time, but then you feel like there's a whole secret of Narnia going on in this song.
You get to the bridge, and then you go over the bridge, and then you go down the path, past the river.
Is this the extended cut?
With Good Vibrations, I was getting gassed trying to keep up with the...
Literally out of breath.
It was so hard. And then the other thing we noticed during the first year was the absurd number of young women who are all in on Disney songs.
It was just a world we were not privy to.
Like, I grew up adjacent to it, but I didn't necessarily grow up in it. And so when they were like, do you have this from Aladdin, or do you have this from Little Mermaid? And the machine did.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not something I expected.
And people were just killing it.
My mother is at Disney World right now.
Oh, wow.
She's there. I bet she did. I know that she can do karaoke, but not only can she do karaoke, she said that when I was little, I watched Aladdin so many times that she can just recite the whole movie.
Oh, wow.
Not just all the songs from the movie, but the whole movie. From the intro to the credits.
I don't know your mom, but when we were in middle school, we went to middle school together. When we were in middle school, I remember one day specifically, for whatever reason, in like the last period of the day, there was not a regular class. We were just going to watch The Little Mermaid. And I remember seeing all these young women mouthing along to the movie every line.
Yep.
And we were just like, wow,
this is
happening. Impressive.
We are contemporaries in age alone. What is going on here? So now we're just going to start. Now we're going to start the interview. But I'm going to leave all that stuff in.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to fade right into chat.
It's like, thanks for joining in the middle of this.
2012. I'm still Joe. This guy.
I'm Rusty.
And with us.
I'm Diana.
And she is a volunteer at the show.
I am.
And you volunteered for how many years, you think?
I've been volunteering since 2015.
Right.
Nice.
My first year at SPX was 2014. But I live nearby. I live in the area, and my parents are huge comic fans.
Oh, nice.
So I'd heard about it, but when I actually moved to Maryland and I met my husband, he lives here. I was like, well, I've heard about this, but I've never actually gone. We grew up in New England. So I come here, blown away. Minute one, I'm like, wow, like stars for eyes.
Yeah?
Seeing all these incredible artists, illustrators, writers, designers, publishers. I was like, how do I be a part of this?
Yeah.
And I asked it, I literally, day one, I asked at HQ, I was like, how do I join this? And they were like, well, if you want to be a volunteer, you sign up right here. Well, join us next year. And I showed up, 2015, I was like, I'm ready to work. I think I worked for like 6 hours. I was like, I don't want to stop. This is the coolest thing. You guys are so cool.
So you went to the show 1 year and you had such a good time. That first day, you're like, next year I want to ruin that good time. I want to do more work instead of just having nice interactions. And
I can tell you, I have had more amazing interactions doing things, meeting people at HQ. This morning, I was checking people in at exhibitor registration, and I had an artist, I'm trying to remember who it was, but he was so sweet. He said he's been in comics for over 40 years.
Wow.
And gave me just the sweetest piece of advice. He was like, if you love something, don't stop doing it. If you really love something, even through those hard days, those rainy days, those I hate this, I've put 5 words on this piece of paper and I want to rip it up into tiny shreds. Keep going, because at the end of the road, when that flow hits, it's magic. Yeah. And I was like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Like,
oh my God.
And that's wonderful, but especially to hear from someone who's been doing it for so long, because like they are the proof.
Yeah.
That it's true.
He's the proof that he's had days, weeks, months of like, oh my God, do I not know how to do art anymore? Because this sucks.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, especially during the pandemic, were oh my God, like if I have to stare at these 4 walls in this single piece of paper for even a minute longer, I'm going to go crazy.
Well, one of the things about that is a lot of the times comic shows, festivals that you can go to, they can become kind of anchors that you can latch on, making myself work to that. Like, this is going to be my goal, my aspiration. I want to have something new with this place. Yeah. Without that, you're kind of listless.
And that's something that's come up a lot with people specifically at SPX is they'll come out of the weekend referring to it as like their recharge, their creative recharge, their social recharge. And we haven't had that for a few years, like that
and
level.
Yet comics still kept coming out.
That's right.
I don't know what's going on. Like they didn't need us at all.
Like what the?
We always need you guys. And I'm so glad that you guys came back this year too.
This is all I know how to do at this point. I used to know how to go around the room and buy stuff. That's been lost by the way.
People are like, "What'd you get?" And we're like,
exhibit. I don't even know what that's like anymore.
Yeah.
So now it's just a talking head.
I wish that my bank account felt the same way.
Yeah.
It's like,
eventually,
when are you going to forget how to spend all this money?
It might force you to figure it out.
Like,
you haven't learned yet, but I'm ready to teach you. You can't buy
the bank's
anymore.
like, yeah, we're good, actually.
I tell my husband, I'm like, I have a budget for this weekend. He's like, budget. I've heard that word before.
That's a plan.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I mean, it's like darts. The middle's the budget, but if you hit on the board at all, you're great.
Yeah. This is fine. This is totally fine.
Yeah, well, it's not like there's another SPX next weekend, guys.
No, exactly.
And it used to be the case where the nearest ATM was at a bank down the street, and people would get there
have 2
on the floor.
It's such a luxury. I love it.
We would number one, it would run out, the one down the street.
Oh,
and
gosh.
but everybody would have their cash. They would spend what they have, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm good now." And we were like, "Oh, we can put this right here for you."
You thought you were done just because you ran out of money in your pocket. So the one of the things about talking to various people of all shapes and kinds, like whether they're working on a comic, whether they're just an enthusiastic consumer, which you've also had, is that you just never know where like there's going to be a little bit of magic to be found.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their own little story to tell.
Absolutely.
And I think that what you described with having this longtime veteran artist just espouse some wisdom right out of nowhere is kind of an example of that.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I'm so grateful for it. I really feel like that you don't get that kind of thing anywhere but SPX. Like SPX is just every year is a new and amazing group of up and coming artists, veteran artists. I'm like, it's a gift to have all of you in one place where I can go from person to person and be awed and inspired at every single table.
Every table?
Yeah. Most tables.
Okay, thank you. Let's just, we want to take you seriously, and you almost threw that all the way away.
For credibility's sake, let's be honest.
Can you run down a short list of the different types of responsibilities you've had?
Yeah.
All right, so this morning, honest to God, this morning, it was making that computer work. That computer was like, I don't remember how to be a computer anymore. And I'm like, well, what if?
It's been
Hot
years.
take.
Leave me be.
Yeah, it's like,
let me sleep.
I've been hibernating. What do you mean you want me to go? How long is this list? I have to buffer this whole thing? Like, yes. There's great people here. Let's get them checked in, computer. Come on.
So you had to teach the computer how to computer.
Had to teach the computer how to computer. We put together, if you look to our left, people who, I don't know if they can see it. I don't think so.
No.
But if they're on the floor, they can see. To your left, there are these big racks that I had to help set up last night. And art from previous conventions that we had to find an inventory to see how much we had. We want to make sure that we can get those out to people, especially people who haven't been back in a couple of years. Maybe they're like, oh, I was here in 2018, but I didn't get a poster that time, and it's been so long.
Oh, yeah.
We still have them. We didn't just throw them away. We held on to them.
No, I really wanted to just throw them away, and then they're all like, no.
Like, Joe, no.
They're treasured pieces of art.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
All right.
Beautiful. Oh, my God. I've got my whole... Because I've been coming here since 2015, I do have, like, art. The corner of my wall, it's like 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Nice.
And then there's a gap, but that's all right. I'll put 2022 up
That's
there,
all right.
and no one will
You
notice.
should draw your own pictures for that gap.
Homemade.
Yeah, I'll do. God,
The lost years.
It's gonna be a little stick figure. It's gonna be like, these are the lost years where I had to do the art this time, and it's not great. Like my parents, huge comic fans. My mom, both of my parents actually, they met at Big Entertainment. If that's a bit of a throwback.
Is that a convention?
No, well. Big Entertainment was a comic book store in Florida.
Okay.
They had a little convention spot at the 1996 Olympics.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. They opened up like 5 stores and sold a lot of comics.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But no, my mom kept going in there. She was looking for Shaman's Tears.
Oh, yeah.
And she kept going back in because that was around the time that the artist was going through a lot of personal heavy stuff and stopped doing it for a couple of years. But my mom was like, there's no internet.
No.
So she
couldn't
couldn't
find out otherwise.
You just
she
show
couldn't
up and
call
hope.
them up. You just go to the comic book store every week. And the way that my dad tells the story is that she'd come in like literally every Friday and be like, hey, do you have the new issue of Shaman's Tears yet? And they're like, no, sorry. She's like, well, all right, well, I'll look around a little bit, And she did that every week. And my dad's coworker was like, she's not coming in for Shaman's Tears. She's coming in to talk to you. I think she likes you. You should ask her out. She always talks to you. She talks like this for like 15 minutes. And he's like, yeah, ask her for a number. And my dad was like, maybe you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her. And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll go out with you. That sounds like fun. No, I told her the story because my dad's been saying that for years. Tell her the story. He's like, yeah, I met your mom, and I knew she liked me. Like she had a crush on me. She didn't say anything. And I asked my mom. I was like, hey, Mom, this is like a year ago. I was like, Mom, like, Dad told me about this story, and she was like, what? No. I actually liked Shaman's Tears, and I was so confused why it wasn't out.
Yeah,
your dad was nice, but,
Like, it was a nice little extra, but, priority was on Shaman's Tears.
I mean, the book wasn't coming, so I figured, why not? What else am I going to do?
What else am I going to do?
I'm not going to go home to read it.
Might as well get married to this guy. He's a huge nerd like
And then the comic came out, and the
agreed-
marriage dissolved, and it's terrible.
Right? Oh, my God. No, he agreed to let her name her first daughter after Wonder Woman. Diana after
nice.
Wonder Woman.
But not Wonder Woman, not just Wonder Woman.
Not
as
just
the
named
name.
Wonder Woman, but
No.
That would have
It
been
has to be
cooler,
Diana.
sorry.
And I got the middle name Lee, not Prince. But
They really dropped the ball.
I know.
Like they had high goals. And
I
they
guess
just,
it was. My mom was like, "I want this." My dad was like, "We got to rein it in a little, Michelle.
Oh,
Just
man.
a little bit."
So that within the one day, you've already had 2 different types of things you've had to do.
Yes.
What else do you think you're going to have to do?
Well, one of the biggest things, especially when we have like these big panels or really popular artists come and do signings, is managing that line.
Yeah.
Getting up and being like, all right, guys, we're bottlenecking a little bit. This is like merging on 495. Like we're better than this. I know that we're better than this.
I appreciate your positivity, and you're really trying to enrich these people's lives.
Yeah, you're just like at the
We're
line, like,
better than this,
I
guys.
believe in you.
This isn't a line by any measure. These are just
Let's turn
dots.
it into something.
Yes.
Come on. Oh, but I mean, a lot of it is just being loud and being talkative and being friendly. That's the major point of the job. Is like you talk to people and you're friendly, you're nice, you're the face of SPX when you're at HQ. And that means a lot of stuff. And I really enjoy doing that. Obviously, from doing this, I love talking to people.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
could do it all day long.
That's pretty much how we started doing these interviews. It was like, what we had tabled, and then we were like, what else can we do to contribute?
What
like,
happened was
we talk a lot.
We are local, and we never, at the time, you only really got a table by mailing in your check.
Yeah.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve, right. And we just never did that. And so the one year we showed up and like, do you have a table that somebody canceled? Yeah, they did. Okay, great. And then we did it again the next year. And when the third year happens, I'm like, I feel like we're just taking advantage of a situation.
Of being local. Lazy and local. That was us.
I felt bad. Like, I can't make that phone call again. Or email. It wasn't a phone call even then.
Yeah.
And so, we're like, what else can we do? We just talk a lot, and that's the thing. And so we started doing interviews.
I love that.
Yeah.
Have you interviewed any artists today?
We did one earlier today. Traditionally, it's a little quieter for us on Saturday because the showroom's busy.
That's true.
And the people can't get away from their tables.
And also, I think what it is, people are too nervous to leave. Like, it might be the same amount of busy tomorrow, but they're more confident that they can
be like, if I leave now, that's when somebody will come to buy something. So.
Oh, my stuff.
Yes, yeah. Somebody wants to drop $500 on all these scenes.
Why wasn't I there?
Scene City. Yeah. Oh, man.
So, Sundays are usually a little more busy for us. So
I will be back tomorrow volunteering all over again.
Fantastic.
I know. Last year, God, I wish. 2019, I was an SPX Angel that's going around and having a loud voice.
Yes.
And directing people. You're like, all right, guys, today, I was like, you got to project. You have to project your voice. You have to sound loud. And so it carries across the room to tell people, I need your vaccination cards, please.
Yes.
We're really hammering that in.
So are you letting anybody slide if they bribe you? Like, anything
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
I mean, and it has to be a really specific bribe.
Okay.
Something that
Do you mean like $3.72? Like that kind of specific?
Yeah.
Like a very specific number?
You didn't guess the right number.
No $5 here, buddy.
No.
No, I need exact change.
Yeah.
We're in a coin shortage right now.
That's right. Please proliferate the coins.
No, but I do take the health thing very seriously. My sister-in-law is immunocompromised.
Oh, yeah.
So she's been wearing masks, since like 2016 at the earliest, I think.
Oh, wow.
Okay, trendsetter, fine.
I know, right? Because she's like...
Head of the curve.
She used to get them, because people in, Japan and Okinawa, where my dad was stationed for a while, they just wear... If they're sick, they got a little cough.
Oh, if they got a cold or anything, yeah.
Yeah, and no one does that here.
No.
But so she would order, nice masks, if she's feeling under the weather. Her immune system is garbage. It's garbage. If you sneeze across the room, she's got pneumonia.
Oh.
So it's like, all right. But so she's been having a hell of a time with the pandemic. But we've been trying to do as many outdoor friendly, safe activities as possible. And I've got a whole bag of stuff. I'm grabbing stuff for her while I'm here.
Nice.
But I'm like, no, I definitely take it seriously. So I'm really glad that I can be like, hey, here's what we're doing. And everybody's been so cool about it too. No one's been like, hey, I hate this. I don't want to do it. Screw you.
I mean, for the most part, the people that come to SPX are generally more forward-thinking and they're trying to watch out for people, whether it's socially or in this case physically. And so I think it's an audience that is kind of trying to do a little bit more than maybe other people would be.
Yeah, and it's a very community-oriented group here. So.
Oh yeah. I love the SPX community. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Truly.
Not even home?
Well, my husband's closing tonight, so I don't have anywhere to go.
Okay. As soon as he's off the clock, you're like, guys, I have a place I'd rather be.
Now I gotta go.
Now, we've asked you lots of tough questions, as is evidenced by the footage you've seen.
Yes.
But are you ready for a mystery question?
I am ready for a mystery question.
Okay, first up, we got to fire up the little quarter truck.
Oh my God, this is so cute.
Good sound effect for the quarter truck.
That's good.
Ah! It's got wheels.
It's got wheels. It travels
mobile.
to you. It's DoorDash, but for inquiry.
I love
DoorDash for inquiries.
that's a market that I'm so glad you guys tapped into. No one else is doing that right now.
Yeah.
Nope,
right.
we've kneecapped everyone that tried.
My mystery question is, if I can get this open.
So just to explain the process.
My hands are so sweaty. Here, would you open this for me? My brother.
We have a volunteer helping a volunteer.
Yes. Little extra guest. That's why I keep him around.
Just for bubbles?
Open jars, all
nice.
kinds of stuff.
What is your mystery question?
What is passion fruit so passionate about?
Right, we were wondering.
What's the deal with passion fruit?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I mean, I kind of think it's in the name, though. I think it's very passionate about fruit.
Whoa.
All fruit.
Passion fruit has a fruit passion.
Oh, that's
fruit,
amazing.
Unlimited fruit, kiwis, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, all of it. It's like, oh yeah, this is it for me.
So do you think that means that passion fruit wasn't born with that name? It was like, guys, I want to re-identify about what I'm passionate about. Fruit.
Wow.
So just call me passion fruit from here on out.
Yes. I love that, and I'm in full support. If your name doesn't feel like it fits, go ahead and change it. I'll call you that anytime.
There you go.
I'm like, yeah, passion fruit, I love it. Share your passions. Go out there, announce to the world, I am so passionate about fruit. I call myself passion fruit.
Yeah, well, now we know.
Now we know.
And now I can judge it and say, that's really weird, passion fruit.
I feel like the original
that's
name.
your passion?
The original name.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
Are we just going to screw vegetables?
I mean, what about a nice game of badminton? Come on.
Yeah, right. Honestly.
I'm thinking that it was originally passive fruit. Passive fruit.
Passive fruit.
Before it got into really
man, better than aggro
supporting fruit. Yeah.
All right, so normally at the end of the interview, if there's a creator, we're like, is there a website you want to direct somebody towards? Is there an account you want somebody to follow? How about yourself? Even if not for yourself, is there anything that you would like to plug?
If there's anything I would like to promo.
The answer can be no.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I really need to shout out. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, man.
All right, Rusty, while we're waiting.
Yes.
Anything that you'd like to shout out?
What do you want to shout out?
Let's see. Shit, I wasn't prepared.
Oh, come on.
Then I said shit.
So I'm gonna shout out passion fruit. You're doing your best, and it's not good enough. But keep trying, like that artist told her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Suffer through the good days and the bad, and one day, people will be passionate about you.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, Rusty.
I'm gonna shout out little pickup trucks.
Little pickup trucks. Yes. Oh, I love them.
I love
They carry quarters like no other.
Yeah. They're not big. They're not too small.
No, but they're still picking you up.
Still picking up.
I'm going to shout out my little brother, Ender, who came up and was like, what is in that mystery machine? And I was like, you know what? I will talk to two guys that I've only walked past for so many years.
What? Come around real quick.
Yeah, come on.
Let's get some credit.
This is my brother, Ender. Like I said, parents are nerds, named after Ender's Game.
That's pretty great, actually.
Hey,
yeah.
would you like to answer a mystery question?
Yeah.
Ender, yes.
I gotta bring the pickup back out, guys.
Here we go, guys. Good thing we shouted this out.
I gassed it up.
Grab a coin. Yeah. Here we go. We're rolling it over. What's your mystery question? He is my youngest brother. I have 5 siblings. I've got five siblings.
What about other qualities?
I'm not your youngest.
Strongest?
Oh, you're not my youngest. You're my oldest of the brothers.
What the hell's going on?
Right.
He's one of those distinctions.
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt. Are you a fraud?
Did
you make all this up?
I hardly remember you guys anyway. There's so many of you.
Thank you.
Also, I noticed that as mom
so
one time.
Let's get this back on track. What's the mystery question?
Back on track.
You know how sometimes things are really sad?
That's your mystery.
Yeah, do you know that?
Do you know that?
You
No,
know,
I like happy things.
Oh,
You
man,
don't know how sometimes things are sad?
he refuses to acknowledge that. No,
bright, shiny
not on his
boy.
watch. No.
Wow, you're a little
We're
shooting star.
we are cheerful people by nature.
Oh my gosh.
I'm too happy
awesome.
for this question.
Boom.
We've never had someone show such disrespect. And you know what? I'm into it.
I love
I'm into it. I bow at the altar of this machine, and yet you're like, not for me, son.
Nope. Not today.
I'm about that life now.
Yes.
I'm into passion fruit.
Do you want to drop the mic for us gently? The mic drop.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, gently mic
There's no
drop.
need.
Yeah. Boom.
Dong.
Wow, what a
Fantastic.
mic placement. Thank you for your time.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you both. Yeah. It was
Have a
awesome.
great day.
You too.